In this video, we're going to be looking at a new skill, which is referred to as rearranging from standard form to slope y-intercept form. Up until this point with graphing lines, all of our graphs have been in the form y equals mx plus b, where m was the slope, or you can call it rate of change, and b was the y-intercept, or you could call it the initial value. This equation is slope y-intercept form. Now, some of the graphs are actually in what is known as standard form, and standard form looks like the following. It looks like ax plus by plus c equals 0. That means everything is over to one side and equals 0 is on the other, just like this. A, B, and C are numbers, so there's a number and an x, a coefficient and an x, a coefficient and a y, and then a coefficient, constant, and then equals 0 on the right. Now, some of the coefficients can be 1, some of the coefficients can be 0, so some of these terms may be missing. Some standard form may also have the constant on the right, like this. So some people consider that to be in standard form as well. And up until now, we've been graphing equations when it's in slope y-intercept form. So I'm going to show you how to get an equation from standard form into slope y-intercept form in case you need to graph this. So the first thing you're going to do is to isolate the y term, so the entire y term, so this plus 4y, by eliminating the other terms. Apply the opposite operation to both sides of the equation to do this. So here's our equation. 2x plus 4y minus 8 equals 0. What we want to do is to isolate the y term. So we want to isolate the y term. And you have to eliminate the x term and the constant from the other side. Eliminate the other two signs, applying the opposite operation to both sides. So to eliminate the 2y, that's a positive 2y, so you're going to eliminate the 2x, that's a positive 2x, so you're going to subtract 2x from both sides. And to eliminate the negative 8, you're going to add 8 to both sides. So that's a positive 2x. So you're going to subtract 2x from both sides. And this negative 8, you're going to add 8 to both sides. So that would eliminate the x's from the left, and it would eliminate the constants from the left. So that means you will have only the 4y left on the left side, and on the right side you'll have negative 2x plus 8. One thing you want to make sure of is that you write the x term first and the constant term second, because we want to keep it in that y equals mx plus b form, so the x term has to come first and then the constant. The next thing you're going to do is to divide both sides by the coefficient of y. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative. So we're going to divide both sides by 4. If this was negative, make sure you divide by the negative. So divide everything by negative 4. So divide by 4. And then that's going to give you y equals negative 2 over 4x plus 8 over 4. And then the last step is to place your fractions into lowest terms. So to do that, you take a look at the first fraction. The first fraction you can divide top and bottom by 2. And in the second fraction you can divide top and bottom by 4. So that will give you y equals negative 1 over 2x plus 2. Now, leave that as 2, not 2 over 1, because 2 would be in lowest terms, not 2 over 1. Now you would be able to graph this either using a table of values or the slope y-intercept form. If you were using a table of values, you'd pick values of x that are multiples of 2, such as 0, 2, and 4 to substitute in. Or if you were using the slope y-intercept way to graph it, your y-intercept is at 0, 2, and this is your slope. Your rise is negative 1, and your run is 2. So this lesson is just about practicing getting it from this form into this form so that you can graph it.